What's up, everyone? My name is Tito Daniel, and welcome to another episode of the Source Era podcast. And here with me, my girl, Emin Frank. Emin, what's up?
Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? It's hope I'm doing great. I thank God. It's been a
Uh-huh.
wonderful, wonderful week, and I'm super, super, super grateful to God for that.
Yeah, so delighted here to be on the podcast again. We have gone so far. I think we have gotten about 9 episodes, right?
Yeah,
So we are looking forward to have more and more. And then right now, I think it's gonna be another inspiring time.
sure.
Yeah. So today we are going to be talking about when great doors opens. Uh, you know, as individuals, we always have this moment of opportunity in our life. We always have
Yeah.
that moment of breakthrough. Uh, Sometimes there are these kinds of opportunity that are not just
Mm.
ordinary. They are not just let me just say they are not just a simple,
Yeah, yeah.
very simple, or just
Just something you can easily
yeah,
find.
yeah, kind of just like a rare kind of opportunity.
Sure.
So we want to know how we can manage those moments, those times.
Mm.
We want to know how we can maximize those times
Mm.
to for it to be worthwhile, not
Yeah.
just mismanaging it, not just um, not just downplaying
Yeah.
the time or you know losing focus. So we
Mm.
want to really know. That's why we are having this discussion. So what are those moments? What have you had those kind of moments in your life where great doors open? A very big opportunity comes to you.
Of course.
Yeah.
One of my most recent, it was that period of time when I my my smartphone got really bad, and it was beyond just repairing it to reuse. It it was something that I needed to, get a new one. And considering the period of time that I found myself, and things weren't really very rosy at the
Uh,
time, and I needed a new smartphone urgently so that it can aid in my work.
uh-huh.
So I saw how impossible this looked, and I was just praying, being hopeful, being optimistic that something will come up. In fact, it got to a point where I wasn't even expecting the phone to come from the money I'll buy by myself, because I didn't see how that was going to happen anytime soon. So I
Yeah.
was I was believing God for favor,
Uh,
favor for someone to just gift me a fairly used phone, or the best case scenario, I mean, someone can buy me a new phone. I mean, so it was me being optimistic. And then that very period, it happened that one of my church members came and was recommending a real estate job
yeah.
offer.
If you've told me that testimony,
Yeah, so
yeah.
it was a fully funded trip. I
Uh,
needed to go for their training and all of that. Well, the miracle started from when I had submitted my CV, and it turned out that I was taken, so I needed to go with them for the training. So when I found out, like when I knew, because it's important for you to know when,
a door has opened. A
yeah,
great
when a
door
door has
has opened.
opened.
Yeah.
So from the moment when I was accepted, I knew this is an opportunity. I needed, I didn't, I didn't know how it was going to be. I mean, for you to be given a new job, and this job requires, what real estate is. You need a good
Yeah.
phone
Uh-huh.
for you to do videos, a whole lot of things.
Another, yeah,
Yeah, so
connection and that. Yeah.
you need a good phone. So when the job came and I applied for it and it was given to me, I was like, is this really happening? I don't even have a phone. But I didn't look at it in that light. I saw it as a door, a
Now,
great door opening onto me. So I went with them to the training, and all the whole time I was like, "Oh my God, I'm really, really like, when you see an opportunity and all you can think of is the best that would happen.
mhm.
All you can think of is you, picking what that door. I mean,
Okay,
going through that door.
okay, hold on. Let me ask. Okay, so when talking about when this the opportunity came, the door opened. How did you how did you feel? Like how did you perceive? How did you manage yourself to act, like to being fully
Yes.
accepted into that door, passing through that door? How do you feel that you could accomplish, you could
Mm.
just being
Yeah, I think
accepted? Yeah.
this is it. You know, like I said, it's one thing for a door to open, is another thing for you to know when a door has been opened onto you. So now, me understanding the position where I was, there are certain things that I'll do. First of all, the feeling of excitement. At the same time, it was scary because you know what it means getting a job that requires a very good phone, and
Mhm.
then you don't even have that. That's where the fear is. That's the scare of it.
Mhm.
But you don't allow the fear to override the
Mm.
excitement,
Yeah.
the excitement of what you can actually achieve.
Okay, that means actually what I've just noticed is that when one has an open door,
Mm,
one has to be be also excited,
yeah,
be open minded, excited.
yes,
There's a place of excitement. You don't have to fret or feel like is this me?
mm,
Could it be uh could it be that God has done this for me, all those stuff like that, or still doubting
yeah, yeah,
if you are qualified and all that? You should be excited. You should
yes,
be ready. Okay, you should be prepared. So
yes. So excitement can also come with that fear, that doubt, that well, it's you understanding that fear doesn't need to have a foothold over you, because when fear has a foothold, you will draw yourself back. You will stay away from entering
the
a
door.
door that is open to you.
Yeah.
So going back to my story, just rounding up quickly, how it happened, you know, there is no way you're going for a job training and then you think that something, maybe they'll just buy you a phone out of the blues, even though I thought about so many scenarios, but I didn't know how it was going to happen. Now here's what happened. I got to the training. I mean, from in fact it happened on the very first day. It was a 1 week training. Now from the very first day, there were seminars, talk and all of that. And at the end of the seminar, the training for the day, now the CEO of this very real estate company came up with a contest
Oh,
for people to come out and give a presentation of everything that they have learned that day.
yeah.
And guess what? The prize was a brand new
Phone.
phone. Like, should I tell you, a phone that is worth half a million naira as at the time.
Yeah.
You know, people that had big phones were like, oh my god, this is huge, this is huge. Now, I was looking forward to a new phone, and I saw myself, the number of people that came out for that contest were people that were vast in
In
knowledge.
knowledge, in
They are,
experience.
yes, in
Yeah.
experience, bigger than me in, you know, in different levels.
And even in the industry, right?
Exactly. So I looked at myself and I was like, how am I going to pick these people to get this very thing that I've been praying and hoping for? I didn't know how it was going to happen. But here's the thing. While I tried so much to remain in my seat and not go out there,
You were pushed.
I was I was like, girl, you've been asking for a phone and
Yeah.
here it
I
is.
think this is one thing we need
Yes.
to take down. Very
Yeah.
important. That means when great doors are opening, or when a great door is about to open, there is a pushing. there's a nudging that
There is a
that's
place. There
yeah,
is a place of desire
yeah,
when a door is open to you, and I mean, it will resonate with something in
in
you
you that
that
you
has
it's your
always,
door,
yes, it has always been something that you've been looking forward to.
that's the opportunity
Even
of
when it looks bigger than you, that's why I mentioned the fear. Even when it looks bigger than you, it's scary for you to go for it, but don't allow the fear to get a hold of you. So here's how it happened. I went there. I went and I met, I mean, there were quite a number of them that contested. A whole lot of them came out. They were just talking, talking, talking. I mean, people were just saying a whole lot of
things.
intelligent things. And
Yeah.
this man was just there. I was like, okay, next, 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 next. Guess what? I didn't plan to be the last person. What? This is how it happened. I turned out to be the last person. The list of the people there, and when I came, in fact, I had in mind what I was going to see. You know, I have learned so much from the training for that day, and I already had an idea of what I went there for. But at
But you
some
came out
point,
to speak another thing
yeah, at some
entirely.
point, people were just giving exactly what I learned, and I was like, no,
You have to
I
be
can't,
different.
I can't go in the same direction. I can't go. There has to be something else that is significant
Yeah.
that I took away from this training today. And do you know, from that very moment, once I got the moment they called me on, I threw away all the big grammar and the English
Preparations.
preparation I was going to download them with. I was like, in few words, guys, it didn't take me 5 minutes. I was like, this is my takeaway from today's message, and this is the reason why the CEO gathered everybody from different walks of life. Like people from many states that came for that training. There's a reason that man brought them,
He wanted
gathered
to.
them.
There
Yes,
was something he was looking for,
yeah, there was
actually.
something that he wanted to impact in them.
So you
And
grasp it.
yes, it was just few people that could tell.
Yeah. Let's pause there. That means when an open door comes to someone from through this experience that you've shared, it means that you are with the key,
Right,
because that was you with the key
right,
actually to that very event of that day. So that means when an open door comes, you were with the key, and you are always with the key. And
exactly,
however you want things to be, it will always be in your own favor. Yeah,
exactly.
it's always work out for your favor.
It's like you going out, I mean, returning from work to your house. I mean, that's your door.
Yeah.
You're supposed to open it and get in. Now, another person that doesn't have an idea, that doesn't know you in the neighborhood, would come and see you struggling with the door or the key with the door, and it would be like, hope this guy even knows where he is. I hope this is even his house. You know that this is your door. And even if you're struggling to open the door with that key, it doesn't change the fact that that's your house. So, with your key, you can open the door. It doesn't change, it doesn't matter how the key, whether the key
It's
bended,
challenging at that
yeah,
time.
it doesn't really matter. Excuse me. So here's what I'm saying. I need to get to the peak of this my
Okay,
story
okay,
because
guys, let's hold up because we need to go pay some bills. It's really getting interesting right now. So I think we'll get to wrap up the whole story and then get what we need to get from
yeah.
your story. So let's go pay some bills. When we're back, we're gonna continue from there, guys.
Are you searching for hope, strength, and a deeper connection with God? Welcome to ascendingprayers.com, your trusted destination for powerful Christian prayers, uplifting Bible verses, daily devotionals, and faith-filled encouragement for every season of life. Whether you're seeking prayers for healing, family, breakthrough, protection, gratitude, or spiritual growth, you'll find biblically grounded resources designed to strengthen your faith and bring you closer to God's presence. Each prayer is carefully written to inspire, comfort, and help you experience the peace that comes from trusting God.
Welcome back, guys. Still on the Sorcerer podcast, we have been discussing on the topic when great doors open, and then you have heard from what her experience looked like when she had a great door, and it's quite so interesting. And we still need to get to hear from her before we now call it a wrap on this podcast. So one thing I really got from the first session that we had was that you don't need to fret, you don't need to you don't need to doubt yourself each time a great door opens to you. uh, and it doesn't matter the challenge you face when great door open, because there are times that doors open and then it will keep you in the place of having a little challenge. Because I mean, I also made mention of a situation whereby you get to your door, and even if it's a smart lock, or it's a like a kind of analog key, and then you're trying to open your door, and a little challenge come up, and maybe there's a little fraction or the key, and you don't get to enter your house. Someone seeing you, it will look as if you're not the owner of the house, but you are the owner, of course. But these things happen, stuff happens like this, so it gets to challenge us. So these are the things also challenge us in our, you know, in our daily activities, in our daily life, when we are, facing, those open doors, those opportunities, and those breakthroughs. It may look some challenging. So, let's just get,
Wrap up.
yeah, with your story. So, what do you have to conclude? The
Okay,
conclusion part.
so in rounding off the story, it happened that by the time I was done speaking to the people, the man was dumbfounded. Like, he literally was like, God, this is what I have been looking for.
You found it.
He has
Like,
finally
yeah.
found it. Like, he was like, please, guys, give this lady her food. Do you know, at that point, it felt like it felt like it was echoing. I wasn't sure what was happening, but I know that I heard them say I should get my phone. Oh my god, it was the most exciting. It was the most exciting moment of my life at that time. So this is what I'm saying. When you are faced with a period, like, there are times, it's not all the time you are going to, find an open door. There are times when a door is open onto you. So you just need to be on the lookout. You need to be on the watch.
You need to be on the watch, because doors can open, and it seems like there is no door.
Exactly.
Yeah, but actually, the door has been opened. So you need to be watch out. You need to be sensitive enough. It's part of the things you need to do, and then you don't need to jeopardize the door.
Yeah, you don't take it for
granted.
Because
don't take it
most people, when things come, when they feel like, oh, it didn't come the way I was, they're like, oh, they begin to misbehave.
Yeah.
You get it?
So you need to be tenacious when it has to do with a great door that opens to you. When you find a door that opens, or opportunity comes to you, or a breakthrough that's about to happen, you just need to, be tenacious.
Yeah.
So guys, we are so happy to discuss this, to share this with you, and I'm so blessed by the story you shared with us. I just believe that we will have more of these.
Of course, there's
beautiful
been
time.
more. I can only, time would not permit me to share all. But
in the next podcast, we're definitely going to talk
okay,
on our experiences.
definitely.
So, guys, till we see again on the next podcast. If you have not been listening to our podcast, you're doing
You're doing yourself a big disservice, guys.
You just have to go and catch up with all the discussion, the beautiful discussion that we are having, and then you're gonna be having a nice time. So
Sure.
take care for now. Bye.
Bye, guys.